Hey guys, Sal here, back to more Fate's Grand Order. PB Channel CCC edition. Now we've got the money that we need, so let's go and buy the church key. I'll save getting the extra quest key for later. Plus, of course, I need to take out certain enemies to be able to get the next bit of cash, but for now we can continue. Act-1 Lake returns 6-6. No battles, but we do get the same points. What's gonna happen here? Never before have I felt so wounded by the mere price of goods. All that Sakura meant's gone. It may have been necessary, but it saddens me nonetheless. Didn't think I'd see BB selling the gate key herself. I bet she just found it lying around too. What a filthy money grubber. Huh? Isn't BB the one who turned Sapphics into Seraph? Why would she sell us anything? Since I was created from a part of her, I kind of hate to admit this, but she's kind of warped. Nothing she does has any rhyme or reason. Let's just try this key out. These audio records are secret. They can only be viewed by one person at a time. After playback is concluded, the records will be erased and their contents cannot be saved. Do you wish to proceed? What does that mean? Oh, that means only Sapphics admins are authorized to access it. I think it sends the data directly to the brain of whoever's viewing it or something. Basically, it means we won't all be able to find out what it says. Just the one who hits the enter key. Which means he leaves you and me, since we're the only humans here. I'm a little scared, you know. I think I have a stomach ache. You can have this one, Cell. What are you going to do, Cell? We paid a fortune for this key. I'm going for it. We've come this far. I'm going for it. Confirmed. Playing back records from February 7th, 2019. To the one viewing these records, I want to leave a record of myself behind, before I forget everything. In 2016, I was invited to join Sapphics' team as a mental health specialist, a therapist. Even in this body, I can't help but smile when I think back on that. The first time I was told I'd be working at this church, I remember laughing aloud at the sheer weight of reality crashing down on me. Still, historically speaking, priests and churches could certainly have been considered early providers of mental health care. So, while I was a bit resentful of the choices that led me to that posting, went along with it in the end. After all, this offshore oil rig was a unique environment, plus I didn't have anywhere else to go. So I vowed to do whatever I could to help those struggling with mental health challenges here, no matter what was required of me. Everyday life here on Sapphics was fulfilling. As an oil rig with a two-layer structure, both its buildings and the relationships of the people who lived and worked in them were enormously complex. The more I came to know about Sapphics' inner workings and secrets, the more excited I grew. There was the standard crew and the ones with special privileges, oil harvesting and magical energy harvesting, a day staff and a night staff. It was inevitable that friction would develop between the different groups. Every night I dealt with countless patients in my position at the church. I want to go back to land. I'm tired of dealing with everyone. I want to die. They should just shut this place down. They should expand it. After listening to all sorts of complaints, I started to wonder why Sapphics was even created. I have no doubt whatsoever that it was made with the highest of ideals. Those ideals just turned out to be too big to be compatible with the way most people's minds work. January 2019. Something very strange is happening. We lost contact with the outside world, and strange accidents keep happening all around the facility. The nearly 200 people left are in a constant state of mild fear. Many people were injured. As a therapist, I've been joining the medical team to help victims on site. That's when I saw something I should never have seen. Countless eyes glowing in the darkness, a monster preying on human minds. February 2019. I've begun to change just like the other staff members have. I can't trust anyone else. I only care for myself. Even the thought of morality has become intolerable. Feelings I've been suppressing all my life are flooding back. It brings me to tears, wondering how it has come to this. There's another festival taking place outside the church tonight. There's a bonfire, gunshots, men smiling eerily as if they'd gone mad sacrifices. I see it, and I can feel nothing. I can clearly sense how cold my own mind has become. Yet, in spite of all this, the obligation I felt to my job remains intact. After all, the whole reason I was brought here was to provide care for the staff's mental health. So even if I'm the only one left, even if I end up getting killed, I must soothe this increasingly unhinged group's collective hysteria, help preserve their rationality. March, today, they smashed in my left— oh my god. They threw me into my house like garbage. I used the last of my strength to lock the church door. I have to record this. I have to record this. I'm not scared of outside visitors. I'm scared of myself. I don't want anyone to see how I've changed. Everyone here has been consumed by madness. That's fine. I can't do anything about that. But I'm not like them. Something else has taken hold of me. Something even more terrible. I can feel my own mind being stretched thinner day by day. My whole life is fading away. I'll kill them all. Kill them, they're scum. Those idiotic working-class lowlifes, that's it. The planetarium's prototypes, they will make it easy. That's what this facility is supposed to be for, anyway. I'll do it. I'll use them as they were meant to be used. I can't let the beasts that hurt you roam free. Those fools, those lackwits, those maggots are even lower than beasts very well. They want hell. I shall show them hell. Oh my god. How the hell do I keep up with all that? I could have sworn I heard someone saying something like that. I can hear one of the mad people, the assistant director, maybe screaming. Show them a real hell. When I hear that, I can't help but shout out, "You brought this on yourselves!" Ah, this is terrible. We're all victims, yet I still detest them. I'm not the same person I used to be. Somebody, please, help me. Do not go in the planetarium. Do not continue its experiment. I'm young, only 25, but I want to remain myself. So please, somebody, anybody, kill me. Kill me now before I get taken over. Only 25 and that's happening to her, jeez. So when we got that memory, did we also feel the pain of the left eye getting smashed in? Because that would suck. I can tell that whatever you saw unsettled you. I know it must be difficult, but can you tell us about it? Everyone here got cabin fever. Formed a cult and went on a purge, huh? I figured as much. So they were possessed, right? And here I thought the BB created this whole mess just for the fun of it. Indeed, this must be the crew summoned by BB of their own accord, regardless of malign outside influence. That poor priest, although I don't remember there being a planetarium around here. The planetarium is in the middle of Seraph. It's the power source that's digitizing Seraphix. You're all along, Miltrulis? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you already knew that, seeing how it's completely obvious and all. Well, now you know where your ultimate objective lies, right? If you want to fix Seraphix, you'll just need to find the planetarium. And if you want to do that, you should stop sifting through useless records and keep on exploring. Indeed, I admit that it vexes me to see us essentially playing into BB's hands. It is, however, worth noting that we managed to find other routes while gathering Sakura-bit. I believe it is time we started exploring further. Further? I don't even want to set foot outside anymore, then stay here. So wait, does that mean you're going to leave me here all by myself? Well, if you won't shut up and you want to complain, then stay here. No, I shall remain with you. I still do not cherish the idea of traveling with Miltrulis, and we cannot be certain that enemies will not find this space. If it is okay with you to wait, I will remain behind to keep both this church and Lady Mabel safe. Of course, Tristan. If all goes well, we shall soon return with good tidings. What? No, sir? Well, look at you two. Is this what they call a bromance? As knights, they both know what it's like to be tied to their positions. They can't afford to be slaves to etiquette during really dangerous missions. As for me, I've got my own things to handle. You can take care of Cell. You do not have to tell me that. What is it you will be doing? There's more than one way to skin a cat. This'll all be over if we take out all the servants, right? That's what I'm going to do. Don't worry, I'll stay in touch. Let me know if you find any servants. While you lot are fighting them, I'll sneak up and stab them in the back. Talk about raring to fight. There he goes. I believe this is for the best. That archer does tend to stand out after all. So he can draw the servants fighting each other towards him, letting us explore unimpeded. Oh, so that was his plan all along. I had no idea from the way he put it. He could have just said, I'll distract him and be done with it. Maybe he's shy or something. Definitely not. He just likes to do his own thing, at any rate. So, we may have a concrete goal now, but you still need to be careful. Since we're back at the church now, you know what it is you need to do, don't you? Rest up, right? That's right. I'm glad to see you've learned a thing or two by now. Okay then, I'm heading out. I'll see you again in about 6 hours. You can stay with me, you know. And again, if we go to the central command room, you might be able to find a way to escape. You can also contact Coppelia from there. This place hasn't completely become safe yet, so they should still be able to observe you. The nice thing about race shifting is that they can always bring you back as long as they can observe you. No matter how unusual Seraph might be, as long as they can see you with Sheba, you can go home. So what do you want to do? Me? I'm an alter ego. I don't think I can leave this place, or that I should. But you can escape from here, and you should. I'd be willing to fight to help you do that. Still, I only formed a contract with you out of necessity. You didn't have any servants back then, so I had no choice but to save you. Just knowing that is enough for me. I've already got my reward. I'm an alter ego, not a human. From your perspective, I'm more like a doll than a person. So please, don't be sad. Whenever you feel sad, it dulls me down to my toes. And nobody needs a prima ballerina who can't even stand on point A, right? So cheer up already. As long as you keep smiling, I'll be on your side. I won't run away, no matter what. Not even if the evil witch who created me turns out to have been behind this whole thing. Don't worry, I'll use my best grand forte to make sure you have a way forward. I seriously don't think I said any of that correct. Again, the further we get into the story, the more I really want Melt. And the more I realize I can't have her. Gate key has been added to event item exchange. So when are we done now? These 10 lawful servants have been unlocked. P30 type, eater type. Going like returns completed. So this is where we're going next. What exactly is here? Die. There's some free quests. What about down here at the ankle link? You need a gate key for that. Oh, and this is a experience card, apparently. It's a really nice looking experience card, so I want to at least keep one of them. What do we get for turning these two in? You win. We get this craft essence. One summer. Really nice looking one as well. You do what exactly? Increase quick card effectiveness by 8% and NP strength by 8%. You get an NP charge at 30% for yourself and increase chance penetrate of type soccer enemies by 20%. This is actually one of the better ones, especially for quick users. Mainly because of the MP charge. Alright, search the arm. Let's go. The False Steps Coppelia. 1 of 5, Act 2. We're fighting a berserker. So let's see. Friends. Really? Can I please have a friend with health somewhere? No, that's actually level 90. There we go. I'll take you along. And let's go. Act 2, The False Steps Coppelia. Looks like we found a new area. There may be some distance from the central area now, but Sam's connection cannot be measured by standard means. Furthermore, there are sure to be areas accessible only via this route. I believe it would be wise to explore it. Lady Meltrillis, do you know what this place held before it became Sarah? Well, seeing how it's near the hair, I'm guessing it was for operating or repairing the robotics. Hands and feet are the appendages that react the most strongly to touch after all. So it must have been made into an arm because it acted like hands in the seabed investigation. This appears to still be the upper part of the arm. If we can reach the thenar, we should find the arm that was used to examine the soil. Is that true for the foot area too? Good question. Legs are more stronger than arms. The arm robotics were likely used for investigation, but the leg ones are for more destructive purposes. Hey, baby! What's up? It's evil fanfare. Hello, all you naughty children. Have you been using all your AP? You're not compromising with that bronze apples, are you? Never mind the consequences. Just go ahead and use up what you want when you want. That's the epitome of consumer culture, a sign of how much humanity loves to compete. Now then, it's time for everyone's favorite in-game entertainment. That's right, it's BB Channel time. Are you enjoying this? Is what that said. I literally paused it while editing the first episode of this. That's what it says. Unless it ends up changing sometimes. I'm your hostess with the mostest, everyone's favorite troll of the moon, Phoebe. Our poor victim guest today is our old standby, Stealth and Co. Phoebe, you're back! We can see your underwear, Phoebe. No, you can't. Previous episode aside, I made sure to account for low-angle shots this time. Yet I can clearly see it. No, if only I could hide this. Dang it. Look, you can't see below my waist with this portrait, right? Don't let her lead you astray with that nonsense, though. So what kind of rules did you come to add this time, BB? Nothing helpful knowing you. I don't like this rebellious phase you're going through, Meltrillis, but I appreciate that you can cut right to the heart of things. No wonder you're the smartest of the Sakura 5. Though of course, it's also exactly what alienates you from humanity, so... That's true, milady. Don't listen to her. I never cared about humanity. I'm just doing as I please. I didn't like the idea of being one of Phoebe's pawns. I don't get it. Ashlip is such a good little girl, but you just refuse to listen to me. Maybe it's got something to do with your tiny bust and high and mighty attitude. Scrapping you clearly wasn't harsh enough punishment. This is not about bust size. You hear me, Phoebe? It's not! One more word on that subject and I'll kill Cell before you get the chance. No, you won't. Would you? Hey, how did I get dragged into this? I know how you feel, but please, calm down! Wow, look at you, Melty. Talk about a temper tantrum. Still, breaking my favorite toy would be the worst thing you could do to me, so... If you try that, I'll have to retaliate by making Seraph disappear, and all of you along with it. That is quite the threat. Can you really do such a thing? Yeah. All I have to do is shut off the power and it's curtains for everyone. Some servants might still be able to survive that, but Senpai sure wouldn't. They're currently 4,000 meters below surface level. You know, Seraph's the only thing keeping the humans alive. So the water pressure would flatten us. To shut off the power, you mean the planetarium? No, not at 4,000 meters. You'd either freeze or drown first. I'd have liked to see what you would look like in 2D though, Senpai. I've always thought that girls are best enjoyed as JPEG. Whoops, look at me go right off on a tangent again. That always seems to happen when I talk to you, Senpai. I just wanted to let you know that I've got some new stock. Gate keys for each area, various items. Even a new sentinel. You expected a cat to show up on time for her cue? Never! Cat. The only cat I know is Tamamo Cat. This beastly beauty only shows up when she's good and ready. Now give me time off with pay. Caster, what is the fox lady that accompanied me here we're doing on Phoebe's side? So, I really hate to ask this, but is that another one of your servants? The class seems different somehow, or maybe not. I'm so sorry. What are you talking about, strange master? The last thing I remember is waking up here in Seraph. I was just an abandoned cat in a box. Now I just run around to pay BB back after she took me in and put this total subjugation collar on me. As you can see, I can't control myself right now. Try to keep that in mind during the battle, please. So basically, it's business as usual. Total subjugation collar? How is that girl, I mean Cat, still able to talk? Not even Lip was able to resist that gaze. Oh well, she's still a tough servant. Go on, kitty, dinner served. Why don't you show Senpai what you're capable of to celebrate her making it all the way to the sun? Here she comes now. Don't hold back just because she's your servant. Now that she's been made into a sentinel, there's nothing you can do for her except to put her out of her misery. No! I don't want to put my beloved Tama Cat out of her misery. She was the very first servant I ever had. She was one of the very first servants I ever got. And she's also one of the first ones I ever got to bond 10. Don't make me do this. How cool and unusual. Why the hell did I just do that? I really don't know. I saw her ability, I'm like, oh hey, yeah, let's just do that. Mainly because I also saw that she could do a braid chain. And we're fighting a berserker, so it might do something. Alright, do this. Don't be doing that to the poor Lip. He's done nothing to you. Except what she's about to do to you. No, do that. No! Yeah, we're gonna have to say goodbye to our beloved Lip. And so Momo Cat ends up having a AoE Noble Phantasm, so this also is good. Nice trick on it. Passion Lip, no! Oh, this ain't good. Alright, Melt, go! Alright, her Noble Phantasm is sealed. Let's go, Drake! Alright, now Stunner. Hey, it actually worked. Thank you! Now Melt, evade. It doesn't really matter. As long as Melt can survive, we're good. Man, I haven't seen this till the fantastic. Hey, Kana, no! But she's now stunned. And she also lost her other buff. Because she just did her Noble Phantasm. Ooh, boy. Gotta get those crit stars up. She's still stunned. Oh boy. What do you know? Or is this stun only gonna last till... Yeah, it's probably only gonna last till then. Mama Cat versus Tomomo Cat. Oh, thank God she saw me evade. Let's do this, Melt! I really wish this was my Melt and not my friend's Melt, but whatever. Alright, let's do this. Oh, and she has a brave chin as well. So no spot, he melt out. Now, is this goodbye for the Fury God to Momocat after 11 turns? Noble Phantasm did enough damage just to kill you. Victory is ours. I sadly had to put her down. Can't let her bite her master after all. About to say, what the heck, did it crash? No, Phoebe, they're too strong. A single fish cage isn't going to be nearly enough. Cat, you didn't even bother to use that camouflage. I went to the trouble making for you even once, did you? Mage? Alright, I don't know what I was thinking, trusting you with an important job like this. Damn it, if only my Monster Robots plan had played out in time. You should have seen this coming the moment you asked the cat for help. I just felt something move under my feet. Is this a trapdoor? Damn straight it is. Now get out of here and wait at your designated position. You got it! Okay, that's all for this episode. BB out. Wait, I won't say anything about that whole embarrassment with Cat. Just answer my questions. What's the story with the 128 new servants that Mabel woman mentioned? Are you moving the game to another table, even though this Holy Grail War isn't over yet? Oh, those? I summoned them, of course. I mean, naturally, Lip went and accidentally crushed them all, but I expect I'll summon more once the next stage is ready. After all, there's only around 37 left on Seraph right now. Where's the fun in that? There's no point in a Seraph without any danger. When it comes to servants, the sky's the limit. I want to fill all of Seraph with them, so that we get more intense infighting and more violent resistance. Otherwise, it won't be a proper recreation with the Temple of Time. What Seraph needs right now is thousands, no tens of thousands of heroic spirits. The Temple of Time. You know of that battle. Who, me? I don't have any record of things that have happened outside of the universe. I'm just a game master. It's your karma, your actions up until now, and leads you viewers to draw connections between disparate events. Alright, that's enough Q&A time. Oh, but one last thing before I go. There's only one real-world hour left until you hit the seabed, which means you're well into the second half of the Great Setup Escape game. Enjoy! Well, that ain't good. So, this is just another singularity? What does she mean by that? Apologies, I'm afraid I do not yet know myself. Merlin might be able to grasp the entirety of the situation, but as we ourselves lack clairvoyance, we can see no more than what is immediately before us. But that is no cause to despair. We have a clear purpose and hardy legs to carry us toward it. First, we have to get Cat back. Anyway, let's keep exploring. My thoughts exactly. I'm grateful to have you as a master. Let us continue on our way, Cell. I shall accompany you no matter where you lead. Want no words of wisdom from you, Melt? I like your words of wisdom right now. Things how you're the clear MVP of that fight and all. We need to get another gate key, because I think we should have the cash. Gate key has been added to the event items page. Blank separated. Unlock by gaining the gate key, separated, no battles. This is a story event. Separated, next stage, $300.
BB ダイナーによゲートキーゲットです。
Okay, now all the money I have left is for the elbow. Act-2, the false steps Coppelia. We've certainly come a long way, although it appears the path ahead does not lead anywhere else. Plank, what are we even talking about? Why separated? Because this area used to house separated devices. Looks like it also handles desalination, I guess. In the human terms, it would be like the liver, an organ that neutralizes and expels toxins from the body. Most of it, if not all of the resources scientists collected, must have passed through here before being packaged. Another memory. Looks like there isn't anything here except another human memory. Why don't you touch it? You might learn something useful. When weird things first started happening on Saturdays, I was secretly thrilled. I'm not like the other academics. I'm a fixer. I was brought here in case things go wrong. My real job is to dispose of anyone who might get in our way, or try to leak secrets. Sometimes I'd also check how healthy the supplies came in from the outside world. It was dirty work, but so what? I'm a bad guy. It was nothing I hadn't done countless times before. I don't trust others. I can only see them as patsies. The weak are meant to be exploited. If I didn't, a punk like me without any parents, schooling, or luck could never survive out there. So I was sure I'd be able to survive this situation too. Groups without a leader always fall apart. They start by arguing, then they divide themselves into factions, usually based on class, and the ones with vested interests start discriminating against others. Once a few people end up dead, that's where I come in. I'm not suited to being on top. I'm ugly, bad-tempered, and totally lacking charisma, so I make sure to follow people who aren't any of those things. Because curiously enough, leaders like that never have the trait that guys like me do, the endless capacity for brutally merciless violence. When you get down to it, my total lack of empathy for my victims was my greatest weapon. And just as I expected, Beckman began bringing the survivors together. He formed an organization, set down laws, and chose me to enforce them. It was wonderful. I was finally living in the world I'd always dreamed of. I could indulge completely in my desire to dominate those around me. I killed good people, people I didn't like. One guy I fed to a monster just because I felt like it. Just because he caught my eye. I'm a bad guy, never expected anything from this world. Nobody ever respected me except me. That's why I don't understand. Why did this happen to me? It was so nice. I learned there were other ways to deal with people besides dominating them. I learned about the love. I never dreamed that a guy like me could ever find love. This world offered me salvation. That's why I'd do anything for her. I mean anything. And not just the petty crimes I've done before. I'm not scared of anything. I don't care if all of the America's against me. Nothing in the world can hurt me. No, wait. There's one thing that could still scare me. In fact, it's downright terrifying. The thought alone scares me far more than my own death ever could. I'm scared that one day she'll come to despise me and throw me away. I'm scared to go back to being the subhuman scum I once was. I know love now. My eyes are finally open to the concept of affection. To affection that could change the world. That's why, if the alternative is losing this love I finally found, I'd rather watch the whole world burn. That was, I don't understand. Still, I do not profess to know what it is you have seen. But that was the voice of a wounded sinner, pleading for help again, asking God for forgiveness on his deathbed. Why are you getting sentimental? Doesn't matter how they try to cover it up, a sinner's a sinner. They can repent all they want, but that won't change their sins. The only way to do that would be to undo the damage their sins caused. But humans don't have that power, so all they can do is try to balance the scales by doing good deeds. The sins remain forever, even if someone puts their sins behind themselves. A sinner is still a sinner. You know what I'm talking about, right, Gawain? You go around telling others to do good deeds too, protect all that is good, but you don't include yourself. Much as you play at being just, you're doomed to be trapped by the justice you yourself will face in your final moments. I cannot deny the truth of what you say, and yet I'm amazed to hear you of all people say it. Thank you, milady, but you need not concern yourself. I'm satisfied with the way I am. In the end, acting as we wish is truly what it means to be human. Don't worry, I wasn't concerned about you at all. If it makes you happy to follow social customs, or the law, or your emotions, then knock yourself out. That kind of posturing is also something only humans do. What sad creatures you are. Very sad indeed, just like my St. Quartz count. The key has been added to... Another key already? Cat.
BB ダイナーにようこそ。
The
サク
hell?
ラメントは溜まっていますか？諦めてどんどん次なる秘密に突撃ですね。
A serious man. Oh boy. Well, there goes the money I had. Wasn't expecting using them all here. Hey, a free quest, alright. The false steps Coppelia 3 of 5. So we're fighting Berserker, Lancer, and Archer. So what we need is an actual friend Metal Trillis. Besides the level 81. We're almost at this area's final zone, the one assigned to the Sentinel. Do you really plan on having that servant join us? Killing her would be a lot less trouble. Agreed. You can't depend on someone to be reliable. You can't call them a true ally. In my opinion, allies who don't work well with others or who don't know how to read social cues are a lot more trouble than tough opponents. Hot calling the kettle black much? So why did you come along this time? I heard you've been going up against the Sentinel. Been wanting to see how strong they are for myself. Be that as it may, the more options at our disposal the better. I myself would be hard-pressed to fend off a cadre of enemy archers on my own. On a different note, milady, would you mind telling us exactly what a Sentinel is? I was under the impression that every Sentinel was an alter ego and vice versa. It's true that we alter egos were originally salvaged in order to be made Sentinels. But a Sentinel doesn't have to be an alter ego. BB can turn anyone she likes into one. It's more of a de facto class, really. All she needs is a spirit origin that can handle a comophage. Comophage. So the phage part refers to bacteriophage or virus. I never would have guessed that kind of power was like an infectious disease. Good true alter ego as well. What do you mean by that? What do you know about us anyway? Your avatars that BB made out of her emotions, right? Basically, a patchwork of spirit origins made from multiple servants. multiple god assistances, inhuman murder dolls whose very existence cheats the system. What no comeback? And here I thought the patchwork remark would have offended your sense of aesthetics. Not at all. I'm impressed by how well you understand us. Yes, we alter egos are cheetah with spirit origins. We are monsters tied to 5 emotions that Bibi cut off from herself, deemed unnecessary for a perfect AI. Love and hate, pleasure, innocence, yearning, benevolence. 5 emotions. What do you mean weird? Where? Everything this smug artist said is in the past now. We've grown and evolved since then. We used to hate being so beholden to our emotions, but not anymore. We've learned to face them head on. We may not be able to become human, but we are trying to understand how they feel. And we're happy remaining as an alter egos. As long as there's even one human out there who accepts us as we are, we don't mind being monsters, so essentially me. I ain't saying it, I've said it too many times already. Wasn't that a lovely story? Did you ever find such a fool? Of course, they're everywhere. Humans turned out to be much more accepting than we thought. I'm glad to hear that. A human once told me no doll could cry when she was having fun, or smile even though she was sad. So if you can do that, that means you're well and truly alive. I mean, it's true. I'm picking up on some serious feels around here. I mean, it makes sense that the tensions would escalate to what's clearly a boss stage, but my keen feline nose smells some drama going on around here without me. Let me guess, Master, you're thinking bad things like how you don't need any more servants. Or how having more around would just be a big pain. They may as well defeat this lost kitty and be done with it, am I right? No, I love you, Tamamo Cat. Don't worry, we're here to defeat you. Don't worry, we're here to save you. Why would I ever say defeat? Oh, I guess you like doing things the hard way, don't you? I'm super happy to hear that, but I'll save the gratitude for later. Okay, let's get to fighting. Bibi may be pure evil, but she still took me in and fed me. The head of the fish went to cut the grass. The obligation of this society went to wash clothes. The dog, the monkey, and the pheasant can all go straight to hell. Yep, no doubt about it. Felines are a primate's best friend, sensible cat launching. I'll tell you this right now, Saber and Archer. They're gonna have a rough time of it here on set if we can't figure out how to read the room. Oh god. Why? Ooh, we actually got a bonus! Noble Phantasm gain plus 50%? Did I read that right? Come on. Increase Noble Phantasm. Oh wow. Huh. But as I was saying, we don't need all of these freaking Robins, man. No one needs this many Robins. Yeah, you would attack the berserker, wouldn't you? Of course you would. How dare you? I love that. 46% Noble Phantasm already. Fantastic. So if I fail here, then I'm just gonna be really upset. Alright, now we've got the Lancet. Alright. That's Robin Lancer 1 moved up. Okay, you can stop attacking that full below Mama Cat now. Look at that, sweet Noble Phantasm. I mean, you can keep attacking Kana, that's fine by me. Goodbye, Robin, ZZZ. Come on, Tamamo Cats. What's that clock? I don't like the fact that she has a clock. I really don't.
問題ない。ああ。
ぶっちぎる。
せっ。
全力これが敵。実はここ眠くなってきたのである。
細かすぎる。
So close. So very, very close.
承知した。
任せよ。ぶっちぎる。
はっ。
Whenever there's a CCC, she's got one evade. Serious. Oh, so it's like an attack once, the evade goes away. That's the deal again.
上げていくぞ。
Oh, and that I can deal with. This,
問題ない。
this,
おお
and
さ
this.
むく。
せっ。
Ah, son of a. Okay, so it's like that.
細かすぎる。
I guess we can do it that way.
眠くなってきたのである。実はここ眠くなってきたのである。任せよ。
That's
命令
a
と
玉
mess.
の地獄をお見せしよう。
The
神
shall be
々の王
shot.
の慈悲を知れ。絶滅とはこの一筋。焼き尽くせバサビーシャンティ。
Nothing that does rain
というわけで
sunshine and
皆殺しだわ。
feasting.
三々日光昼休み7時5分。Good morning.
HP recovery.
実はここ眠くなってて。
Oh, we can't crit in this turn either. In this run either. That sucks.
ではその
問題承知した。
As long as we got our busters up, though, it doesn't really matter. No, no, no! Come on, Tomomo! Okay, Nero. That's fine. That's totally fine.
任せで任せよ。
Brave Chain! Why'd I do that? Okay, good. Good.
要は
Even if you
正
know Brave Chain, just the first attack won't hit.
ぶっちぎる。
I would have been really pissed at myself if that did not work. Oh god. Oh god. Nero, you will survive this, but Drake won't. One turn for all allies. Well, since Drake's going down, so Tomomo Cat,
こいつは高くつくよ。
let's go all out. Quick, Buster Buster, Brave Chain.
ニコ
No, Tomomo Cat,
あ
we
れは
must do
嘘
it.
だ。というわけで皆殺しだわ。三々日光昼休み7に来る。
Now she's stunned for, I believe,
ケツに
2 turns? But that's at least what it was last time. There's Compassion Lift 1 and Passion Lift 2. You don't really need defense because she's stunned. Alright. This?
任せよ。
Wow, sustained to Claudius.
門を開け。独唱の幕を。ではその通り。我が才を見よ。笑いの喝采を聞け。ダウン
Defense down. The defense down instantly went away. Are you serious? Attacking this turn. Come on, passion lit. I think we're gonna lose, to be honest. Because passion lit doesn't have the damage. No, no! Alright, it's time. Beats 1-7's Noble Phantasm by 100% on the left passion list. Buster Blade Chain with the Noble Phantasm. Glen Hill Valencia. Oh my god! I thought that still wasn't gonna do it. Oh my god! That scared the hell out of me! Oh, please don't do that to me, Passionate. I can't take it. Okay. That's one mission that made me have to use a freaking command spell. I possibly could have done it without it had I not brought multiple passion lips. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could have if I brought Jolter along. But I brought Passion Lip along, and I just want to continue with the stories. And there's still, what, 20 days left? So I can regenerate that one and still have 6 days worth of being able to use 3 command spells, I believe. Then that would bring me up to 19 out of the rest of the days left. That'd be around 2 days left before I'd be able to no longer use command spells for fights. That's fine. Let's get that fight out of the way. I hate evasion fights. Yeah, nice damage, don't worry. I'll finally back to my old cell. Amiya! Tamamo Cat! You shot her! Why? Why are you so shocked? Why wouldn't I kill enemy servants, in fact? Here in Civ, every servant besides me is going to be an enemy by the end. Didn't BB explain that? She was referring to servants who were lured here by her sweet talk. But Tamamo Cat is a member of Coppelia. She's not so rash as to. Apologies. Regardless of the circumstances, the fact remains that she is now on BB's side. No, I'm not. It's just that I was never going to whip it through Civ all on my own. Even though when it comes to survival, I am top cat. I chose to go along with BB since she'd help me mentally power up by giving me a karma phase. After that, I was just going to look for a chance to rejoin you. Waiting. I don't know why I missed that word. I never thought my own ally would end up shooting me. Don't you know that cat curses are permanent? You're alive! Don't you know cats are not alive? That hurt like hell, but that wasn't fatal. Why you do this, Ejimiya? You know, Ejimiya as in Ejimiya. Idiot. Here we've all been avoiding that subject, and she just came right out and said it. Still, it's about time she did. Honestly, I've been wanting to say something myself. Trust me, I wasn't going to be merciful. I know my way around magical circuits, and I saw your spirit origin was fuzzy in parts. Those parts happen to look like another symptom I know about. I assumed they were your karma phase and took my shot, that's all. True, I know, but it was a matter of life and death. And don't think me it's irritating. Oh, you're so hard-boiled, Ejimiya. You just gained some cat bond points. I said shut it. Why are you so used to flapping your lips you don't know how to turn them off anymore? Hey, don't be like that, Ejimiya. Anyway, sorry for all the trouble, Master. Thanks to you, I am 100% perfect BB free, so now I can help you out again. Good to have you back, Cat. As they say, all's well that ends well. I believe this concludes our exploration of this area. Why don't we return to the church now? Let Lady Cat heal up. Oh, aren't you considerate to save her? Let's go. You can fill me in on everything I missed on the way. Thanks for making me have to use a command spell. I still can't believe that we almost didn't make it, and I still would have ended up losing a command spell for no reason. I can't afford to be just wasteful of command spells, man. I'm lucky that did not what happened. As if it did and I wasted it, I would have been so pissed off at myself for that. I need to conserve and save every last one. Here's 4 or 5. Act 2, The False Steps, Coppelia. 4 of 5. Oh yay, you're all back, and I'm so glad to see you. Nothing noteworthy has happened over around here. I see you found another servant, though. Hey there, I'm Tamamo Cat. Do you look good enough to eat? Anyway, I'm just a teensy bit mortally wounded here thanks to Ejimiya's mercilessly shooting me after our battle was already over. So I'm just gonna take a cat nap on one of these nice benches. Can you get the complicated stuff out of the way while I curl up? Lady Cat makes a good point. Now is the time for us to plan our next move. We can rest afterward. They have explained every area to which we have access, but there is no route that leads to the central command room, the chest area. Should we continue with our expedition, or should we consider finding a way to escape from Sarah? What do you think, Cell? Did we really explore everywhere? Is it even possible to escape? I am impressed you noticed that, Cell. Remarkably observant. I was just thinking the same thing. If Seraph is modeled after a woman's body, you have reached the inevitable conclusion. But Lady Mabel, allow me to ask you something. So far, we have been to the front gate, the cable area, this dock, the robotics control area, and the separator area. It may be twisted, but Seraph is based on Seraphix. There are facilities in Seraphix besides those I mentioned. Oh well, the soil survey room, the resource compression and drying area, and the dump, I guess. You know, that's a good question. Feels like there should be more facilities here. I thought that might be the case. You have my thanks. Meltrillis, I believe it is time for you to come clean with us. You know about these other areas, don't you? Sure, I guess we're not going to find anything new to search from the front. So I suppose it's time I tell you about the other side. We're gonna travel the backside of the girl map? I'm okay with that. Other side? Seraph is a 2-layer structure. I don't mean like a 2-story building. I mean that it has a front and a rear side. I was originally a rear side sentinel, but BB ended up scrapping me before I disobeyed her. I scrapped her. Why would she do such a thing? It made it quite clear that you are no friend of humanity. No, but I'm even less a friend of BB. If I worked for her, I could never be the one on top, right? So I decided I was going to work towards getting everything I wanted for myself. And if you are all trying to stop BB as well, it only makes sense for us to cooperate, right? The rear side, huh? No wonder I haven't seen any other servants around here. But how do we get there? I didn't see any route that looks like it would lead there. That's because humans and servants can't cross the border between the two sides. Only we sentinels can. If you wanted to get there, well, the only way we would be able to... Well, if you wanted to get there, well, the only way would be to have Seraph itself turn over. So how do we do that? There you'll have to figure out yourselves. I haven't the foggiest. I guess we'll just have to put our faith in my 27th secret technique. You are a Waycat? You know a Waycat? This cat is always listening. Tell me, why do you think the mochi you have on New Year's Day is so yummy? It's because baking it underneath also bakes it on top. If it won't turn over on its own, you can use your paw instead. Attack the wicked's part, fortune comes to merry homes. Turn the link and the link turns to you. I didn't understand a word of that. Now I see, I am chagrined. Rarely have I heard such beautiful lyrics. You must have been a great poet. Are you in fact a manifestation of Murasaki Shikibu, by chance? Close, but no cigar. You'll have to try and guess my real name again later, Sir Trace. Okay, I think I know what to do now. I know what to do now, mostly anyway. Is that so? Very well then. I shall leave the matter of reaching the rear side to you, Cell. Still, our ultimate goal is the central command room. Will getting to the rear help us in that regard? It will, yes. Once you get to the rear side, just head to the same coordinates as the command room. Then all you have to do is flip the body back over and you'll be on the chest. That way you can get there without going through the route that Lip destroyed. That said, Passion Lip herself is there, which means we will have to fight her. That's a difficult proposition. Although that alter ego is effectively invincible. And unlike Meltrillis, we cannot really reason with her. Even if we all work together, our chances seem slim. Isn't it kind of ridiculous to even think about trying to reason with alter egos? I mean, the one with the claws and the one with us are both completely inhuman monsters, right? Honestly, just being near one scares me. It's like being around a bomb that could go off at any time, you know? I agree with you, but Cell isn't afraid of them at all. Why is that? I can at least partially understand what's Meltrillis, but Passionlip is nothing but a monster. Well, come on! She's Meltrillis' friend, right? She seemed like she was in a lot of pain. Are you serious? Did I really just hear you say that? You're an idiot, you know that. I've heard of being soft-hearted, but you're something else. Still, if you're looking for some insight or a bit of advice, the restraints are what's controlling Passionlip. If you can break their hold on her, I'm positive she'll help you out in return. She's not like me, she's a good, honest girl. The sort who will spend the rest of her life paying back someone who's foolish enough to save her. How can you be so sure? Just look around, we're talking with two servants who joined us after we thrashed them. How is that not enough to convince you? That proves nothing. There's no comparison to be made between Coppelia servants and Seraph servants. I'll come along to the rear side with you, but I'm not going to bother fighting Passionlip. We don't need you anyway. Boy, Enter Mia is so mistrustful. I don't know why, after all, Sir Triss is completely trustworthy. Right, Sir Triss? Indeed. I would like to think so. At any rate, now that we've decided our next course of action, I suggest we all rest up. Finally, a break. Good idea. And if I may so, allow me to pay my respects to you once again. How come? Oh, if you didn't notice anything, then no matter. It's just that you helped me remember that my own training is far from complete. Now, I suggest that we begin by freeing Passionlip, then find out what she has to say. I'll come in for you, Lip! Eventually. I'm sorry I haven't been of any help. If anything, I've just been keeping things from you. I know you said I could just work on taking back a bit at a time. But honestly, I don't know if I can. I may be an alter ego, but I was also scrapped. There's no way I'd be able to take on 120 servants all by myself. Just look at how much it took out of me to only be one. It's hopeless. I don't have enough faith in my specs, you say? No, that's not it. I'm worried I might not be able to protect you, that I might fail to live up to your expectations. I want you to like me, and my performance in battle is all I have to offer you. What? That's not true. I'm more like the perfect alter ego than anything else. I know my hands aren't very sensitive, so I'm not the best at delicate operations. But my other stats are the best out of all the alter egos. I'm sure that if I regain my full power, only if I go back to being who I used to be, we won't be helping each other out like this anymore. I don't know who I am now. Do I want to go back to who I was, or do I want to stay like this? Still, stand-up isn't going to wait around. I need to help you get out of here as soon as possible. And to do that, we need to defeat more servants and use their resources to return me to my old self. Once I defeat every servant here, I'll defeat BB and take control of Seraph myself. Will you please stay with me until then, Master? So is she talking to herself, or is she talking to a past master? I don't know. Though they're all sleeping now, I don't get them at all. It's hard to believe that a bunch of pacifists like them managed to survive this long. You shouldn't be doing things like exploring Seraph or trying to solve the mystery of what happened to Seraphix unless you got time and energy to spare. Compared to that, Vita's proposal couldn't be more attractive. Fits perfectly with my own desires. The moon cells an unlimited holy grail. Here in the spiritual world, it can even be used to falsify the past. We'll never get a chance like this again. Even most heroic spirits can't resist that kind of temptation. I am, of course, no exception. You can believe people are innately good all you want, but you're only fooling yourself if you think everyone is acting purely out of the goodness of their hearts. Jimmy, you can just shove it. We'll stop you if you end up betraying us anyways. And we'll still force you back on our side. That's just the way we roll. Tickle hand? Are you saying we need to tickle Seraphix in order to have her turn over? Please tell me that's actually what we need to do. That sounds so ridiculous. So... unless by obtaining the tickle hand. Oh jeez. So you need money for the tickle hand, right? Oh my god. That's so ridiculous! Alright, we've got enough cash. I did a lot of grinding. I'm gonna find one of the RMVPs as well. But time for the tickle hand. I still can't believe this thing is actually called that. So how do we turn it over? We tickle her. That's literally an objective. I guess I can abide by it. The false steps Coppelia 5 of 5. So we have to fight a sentinel that's a lancer? I don't want to do that, but I'll do it anyways. We got a saber that actually, you know, is decently leveled in this part of the event. And it's also a friend. Alright, quack up. Join your ride, let's go. Also need to switch it up, cause let's just bring Nero. Nero ride. I shouldn't let Paint do anything against Lancers, so put her in the very back. And there we go, let's... what does this person do again? Increase NP gain when damaged. Arch card effectiveness increase. Let's go with NP gain for now. Yeah, let's go. Start. Epic Remnants Extra Act 2, The False Steps Coppelia 5 of 5. After this, we're done with Act 2. Very well. I shall remain here to guard the church. As always, I hope you return with good tidings, Cell. But please come back as soon as you can, and go away, and if you ever feel like staying here yourself, I'll be more than okay with it. Yeah. There's something odd about you, and I don't know what. Alright, here we are once again, the Flame Separator. I feel I must ask, is this really how we will get to the rear side? In fact, Dr. Wayne, the flank is one of the human body's most vulnerable points. No living creature can ignore being tickled there. Stanif won't be able to resist turning over. I hope that doesn't actually happen, at least. Not like this, but then again, this is Bibi we're talking about. I guess there's only one way to find out. Give it a shot, Cell. I'll pick up the pieces. Alright, pardon me. Time to unleash all my pent-up frustration! Alright, pardon me. The gentle strokes. How very delicate of you, Master. You're a real lady, aren't you? Still, what intensity. Like getting punched by a berserker. Oh, could it be? And now this is happening. Hey, easy does it. That's a sensitive spot, you know. You're going to affect everything if you do that. Keep it to just touching this time. All those items I sold you out of the goodness of my heart. And this is how you repay me. Baby is most displeased. This won't get you any closer to that rear side you so yearn to visit, you know. I won't let you. You've got to be punished for this little stunt first, Senpai. Go get him, Sentinel. Hey, Elizabeth! On it. I've been waiting forever for my turn. Wait, and why am I literally in the dark? Is this one of those alter versions that's all the rage now? What the hell is the lighting crew doing? Lighting, not lightning. The backlight stage is so strong you can't see me at all. Otherwise the stage. I guess this is what happens when you put the Sentinel together on short notice. But you've had plenty of chances to shine before, Elizabeth, so I'm sure you can make it work. Okay, cue the music. Don't let her appearance fool you, Senpai. Her singing still packs the wall up. An exclusive concert from nobody's favorite idol should be a nice way to wrap up the first half of this quest. Enjoy! I mean, I like Liz. What's the, Ooh! Oh, hell yeah! That's one of the better buffs! I've seen a 50% increase in Noble Phantasm strength before while grinding. That was also really, really freaking nice. So what's the... Oh, she has a break bar. Does she do that to a saber? To a saber? No, she did it literally to a poor Tamamo Cat. Do I want to waste a heal on Tamamo Cat? I mean, not really. Mainly because I need to save it for our sabers. I'm sorry, Tamamo Cat, I love you, but currently, what we need most right now is sabers. Both heroes is exactly what we need. Besides, you can heal up at 1,000 every turn if she doesn't attack you. Oh boy. Haha! We showing damage here to Bride? Let's go for a little bit of a stroll. Brain chain, go! Wonder how much health Liz actually has after this. Ooh, nice crit. Nice crit. You know, the sad part is, I know exactly what her Noble Phantasm is, and it's gonna be a little bit of a pain to survive that. Oh, look at this, Khan is coming straight into the show after it's already began, and he's gonna die. If anything else, maybe he'll survive with a tiny bit of HP. Oh yeah, another 20,000 damage crit. Exactly what we need. Good job, heroes! Apply invincible to hero Bride. Give guts to our hero. And that should about do it. Let's finish her off.
その通
At least the first break bar. Oh, she doesn't have a noble phantasm. She just has an increased damage. Oh, well, you're screwed, aren't you, Liz? I'm so sorry that you were given the worst upgrades possibly ever. So, let's heal you up. Yeah, that's okay. Noble phantasm increased damage and attack up. Now, Laos is aimed to Claudian. Foe Celestes. And go with the Buster Noble Phantasm increase. But then not. I don't know why I was gonna say Buster. Come on, Liz! How do you survive these Noble Phantasms? And you can have your defense reduced. Like, what exactly is your phage, anyways? Wait, does it sure hit to where it can't go through, it can go through communities? I think it's something. And her Noble Phantasm also. Yeah, it sure hit. You can go through anything. Well, I mean, it's good to know that now. Manjiro! Can we take her out, however, before she goes through her next Noble Phantasm? Well, in high damage increase. Possibly? I mean, I'd say if anything, I got really lucky with the 1000 health heal every single turn. Phoebe is actually on my side for once. That doesn't happen often. Oh, I gotta love those trips, man. Makes this fight go by so much quicker. No reason to hurt Drake like that, jeez. Alright, they revive, increase the damage again. She might actually manage to kill someone. Might. No. Yeah. Because Neil's guts is gone this time, right? Yep, there it goes. Ooh. Alright, heal yourself up all the way down. Use this to reduce one ally's abilities 2 turns. And O'Brien, I want you to heal yourself and give you defense. And Drake, you're just kind of screwed. Go, Gadget Hero! That crit! I wasn't expecting a crit again on the second attack no less. Drake, no! How dare you! Don't just die to her ticking damage. Alright, Nero, finish her off. Goodbye. 11 turns for fighting Liz. Not bad at all. That was actually kind of fun. Having 2 sabers that basically took no damage, and being able to heal up 1000 HP every freaking turn. That was fantastic. Thank you, BB Roulette. I never thought I would ever say that. Because of that, we had a great time. I'll be back! Don't you forget it! Bye-bye. Too bad. Oh well, I'm sure you'll eventually get to see Lisbeth in another event. Wow, she's gone for good? What is the next event that we'd possibly see her? I don't know. Huh? Oh well. Anyway, since you really gave it your all this time, Senpai, I won't get in your way anymore. Here you go, at long last. What could be waiting on the rear side? Get ready to... Hold on. What do you think you're doing, Lip? I didn't order you to come here. That's about as good as it's gonna get for me. Hey, Cell. If Lip looks at us, it's all over. Need harder, or just start punching. Do whatever it takes to turn this place over. Hurry, everyone. I shall deal with her. Those claws are even more devastating than they appear. Won't be able to hold her back longer. Don't do it, Pretty Boy. You can't stop a sentinel on your own. Get away from her, or just run for it. Even the sun has to set sometimes, Sir Gawain. Wait, this way! There's no time. Go on, I'll blow her sky high. Well, the world's flipping over just around you, Master. That must be the rear side entrance. But what about Gawain? Sir Gawain! And we're going to the next singularity, which is the backside of BB. Let's see what this looks like. Looking forward to this, man. Ooh. Okay, so switching between maps. To switch between maps and access various spots, tap here. Ventral plane and the dorsal plane. Gotta check out the map, you know. Alright. Nice backstory. Let's go. Whoa! Unlocks on 425? Oh, come on! The story's actually locked? I thought I could just rush through it all before... No. Okay, so the difficulty comes into the fact that you're screwed and have to actually wait for the days to go by to further unlock the story of Sarah. Well, this blows. I was gonna go do one more before I ended the episode, but apparently not. I guess I can go do the other side quest. Although I need more cash to be able to get the keys. Ooh, my summoning ticket. Alright, for congratulating myself for getting the backstory. Summon ticket ho! Ain't that ironic? The game crashes when I go to summon. It used the ticket, didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. That's really weird. Last time I've tried to do that before, it used the ticket. Or whatnot. Are you freaking kidding me? Another 5-star craft essence! What the hell? Oh my god! Another 5-star freaking craft essence! Why couldn't that have been a 5-star servant? I would have been extremely happy if that was Melt. I seriously would have. Hell, I would have been happy if it was Suzuka Gozen. At least then I would have got 2 of the freaking banner servants instead of just Passion Lip 3 times. I knew that would happen. Melt, why? Just why? Why don't you want to come home? I've tried so hard, man. All I want is you for Christmas. And it's not anywhere near Christmas, so... It's past my birthday, obviously, so... Can you just... please come home? That's the last thing I'm doing on that banner anyways. Got another 5-star craft essence? I don't even remember what the heck that thing does. Mainly because it was my first time ever getting it during the banner. Let me go to the... whatever. It's still the same no matter what. Let's see, Bodhisattva, what the heck do you do? Begin battle with the Noble Phantasm charged at 50% and increases NP charge by 2 levels when using NP one time for yourself. Whoa. That's actually kind of really nice. And why does Bodhisattva kind of look like Kiara? Is that Kiara? Bodhisattva's Kiara, right? The lewd nun, as I've heard a lot of people call her? Okay then. Is that telling me to use 1 ticket on the Kiara banner and I'll get her instead of Melt? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out next week. But with that, I guess I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching and see you guys in the next one. But we will actually be able to continue her backstory. Which ironically for me right now is at the end of this day. Oh boy, that's a long time to wait. See, until then, see you guys later.